Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we are finally back with a brand new video. Today's our video, we are here on transfer deadline day to talk about a guy we talked about 3 months ago. Now, I know exactly what you're thinking. CJ, did you intentionally wear the exact same thing as you did 3 months ago to try and be funny and it's not worked at all? Yes, I have. Right down to the undies, people. That's commitment for you. You're welcome. But regarding Zungu himself, I'm absolutely delighted for numerous reasons. The first one being is the day that we've finally announced Zungu. So we're not sitting here the same time tomorrow saying, I wonder if today is going to be the day that we finally announce Zungu. The second reason I'm absolutely delighted with what's happened today with the signing is the fact that it is on loan, which is a bit of a master stroke from Steven Gerrard and obviously the recruitment team. This might be why it's taken a wee bit longer than all of us all wanted and expected, but when you look at it from a business point of view, the fact that we've managed to get this laddie on loan now, who is now eligible for a pre-contract in January, is tremendous business considering the team just 3 months ago wanted £4 million for him. That's probably why you wait to the transfer window where the player clearly wants to go and the club's go nay other choice but to accept the path the player wants to go, and that was thankfully up the road to Rangers, and this is why we've got him now. The next reason I'm absolutely delighted with the signing of the South African superstar is the fact that he is actually no bad at kicking the old football about, ladies and gentlemen. And just in case you missed that video 3 months ago, or even if you have seen it and you need a wee refresher, let's dive in. Let's talk about this player. Let's break everything down and see what our newest signing is going to bring to this football club and see what type of player we have just signed. Now, Zungu is a 27-year-old South African internationalist where he's most recently played in League 2 in France. That's right, I said League 2 because unfortunately for him and his club, they were in the bottom 3 of the league when the leagues and that were all cancelled and called early and stuff like that. So they were actually relegated, having only played 28 games of the season. So don't hold his league against him. Let's actually look beyond the clickbait I'm sure the Scottish media will have absolutely everywhere. But regarding the player himself, he is known for his incredibly quick feet and how comfortable he is with the football, and that's either side as well, ladies and gentlemen. He's brilliant at getting the ball and receiving the ball in tight areas, whether he's in acres of space or he's got a man riding his back. He's comfortable to take the ball and he's able to drop the shoulder. Very Glenn Kamara-esque. You know the Glenn Kamara turn we all love right here on the channel? Well, this lad's got that in his locker, but because he is so comfortable on either foot, he can beat a man going to the left or on the right. And that ability to roll a man and drive his team forward has always been eye-catching. I mean, that is why he had that electrifying performance that you've probably all seen and heard by now. It was that game versus PSG where it did finish a draw, but he shone just as bright as the other PSG superstars in that game where they just couldn't get near him. He was skilling and thrilling all damn game. But when you look at the player himself, something I liked 3 months ago when I talked about the player, and something I liked even more today, is when he does beat a man and he drives his team forward, when he does connect that pass, what I love is he doesn't just switch off and go, right, I've done my part, let me just sit back and let them do their thing. No, he stays alert and he wants to get involved in absolutely everything. He will chase his pass. After he makes it, he will look to try and make another option and get involved. That way, he's always on the move, and that's exactly what you want from a true box-to-box style midfielder. He doesn't just make a pass and admire it. No, he wants to then get involved further up the park and go for there as well. That's right, people. I said what I said. He is a true box-to-box midfielder. We've got one. It's emotional, people, and his stamina, his work rate, everything you could ever want for a box-to-box midfielder is there when he's able to get on the park and do what he does best. But moving away from his player profile and getting to some numbers and stats, because we all love some numbers and stats. He has played 2 games so far this season in the second league in French football where he has no goals and no assists, and he has 1 cheeky wee yellow card. Now again, that's not going to jump out at you and look absolutely excellent, but you've got to truly understand the situation that he finds himself at his previous club, or he found himself I should say, actually. The speculation was just there forever about the lad. No just us either, by the way. His team badly wanted him to sign. They offered him deal after deal, but he rejected it. So it's been a bit of a weird situation, almost Ryan Kent-esque, if you remember last season, where he was sort of just waiting in the background. Well, that was mostly what this lad has been going through, as he's waited for this move to get actual gone. So let's move away from just this season, because there's very little to actually break down and have a look at with everything that's actually been going on. But something that there is plenty to look out for, and there's still plenty of clips and everything for, is his time in the international scene, where I think you've well and truly seen the best of the player. And for his country of South Africa, he has proudly played 29 times at the international scene, grabbing 5 goals and chipping in with 1 assist as well, including a truly eye-catching performances at the highest level for his country, especially during the African Cup of Nations, where he continued to perform and deliver with every single game, scoring a massive goal in the knockouts as well, where he continued to just get everyone saying, hold on, there's a player in there. And you know, with what we kind of touched on 3 months ago, but what I feel like I really understand now, having kept an eye on this laddie, because this rumour has never ever went. So again, I've been chipping in, I've been having a wee look, getting on this, getting this and this, in case it ever happened and the day ever came like it did today that we signed them. But I feel like all that time spent on this laddie, because believe it or not, I do spend a lot of time and energy on these types of videos. I have read so many match reports, so many scouting reports, checked so much stats, like what was his tackle success in this game, what was his passing accuracy in this game, how many dribbles did he get in this game. It feels like that I've read every game for the last 2 seasons on this laddie, but I feel like it's helped me kind of for today's video, the fact that I can sit here and say there's a distinct difference in the level of performances he's been able to do for his club and for his country. Because where his club has been struggling now for a bit of a time, they've kind of handcuffed him a lot to not be as forward thinking, as not being as adventurous going forward, and to try and be a more out and out defensive midfielder, where that's no where he's best, and it's well and truly handcuffed him. And I think that is why his stock has fallen after the last year or so. It's because they're not playing to his strengths. As we mentioned earlier on, he is a true box-to-box midfielder, and he gets a lot more attacking freedom when he plays for South Africa, and that is why he gets so many rave reviews over there. But to finish the numbers and stats properly, let's take a step back and have an overview on this entire man's footballing CV, because at the age of 27 years old, he has played 211 games where he's scored 20 goals and he has 10 assists to his name, which again doesn't really jump out at you, but you have to remember the kind of role that he plays. He's the first option from defence. He'll beat somebody, he will drive his team forward, but he usually ends up being the assist of the assist. He's the one to get us forward with the ball. He then passes it on to someone who will end up grabbing all the glory. But his role in all his teams, especially at international level, is vital, and that's just getting him from A to B, and he does that brilliantly. But one thing that will probably come up is regarding the amount of games that he's played, especially at 27 years old, which again is rightly so to have a look at and question. But as you all know, if you've ever seen his channel before, I absolutely hate talking about injuries, and I hate holding that against players, because it's not their fault. They're not going out there looking to get hurt. It's part and parcel with football, and it can happen and hurt anyone at any time. Which this man's been really unfortunate to pick up 2 serious injuries throughout his career that made him miss a combined 366 days. But what I would say, and before anyone panics and says, oh, well, bro, maybe someone is injury prone, this and this and this, all I would say is his last injury was in the 18/19 season, so that was a couple seasons ago. So touch wood that the lad continues to grow as a football player and stays clear of injuries. But with that being said, that's his stats and numbers now complete. Now we turn our attention to the old competition for places, which again is very easy. It is a place that not only all the fans have been hoping and praying that we fill, but how many times have we heard the gaffer, Steven Gerrard, come out and say he would like another 1 or 2 in that engine room, and that's what we've got. So he will be joining the midfield ranks of Jacko, Stephen Davis, Scotty Arfield and Glenn Kamara. And when you throw him in there, I think that's a much more solid midfield depth, and you never know, we might be adding another one into the old mixer as well. Now, I've seen some people saying, oh, this is a panic buy, this and this, but we've been after him now for a very, very long time. It's just took a wee bit of time to work out, and you can understand why they want 4 million. Now it's turned out we've got a loan and we can pre-sign him for free in January. Well done, Rangers. Well, not for rushing and paying 4 million for a player when you can get him for absolutely zilch. But what I would say about the laddie in that as well, we've not just added this player in just to have another body in there. He is going to be adding a very, very important role to the team that not many in our team can actually play. And not only will it lessen the load on guys like Stephen Davis, who unfortunately isn't getting any younger, but he will go in there as a true box-to-box midfield and add real quality to not only going back and defending, but getting involved and dragging the team forward, who's willing to beat a man with the ball. He's not going to stare at someone and pass it sideways. He's going to go, right then, one-on-one, let's go, son, and he'll try to take them on, and I think that's what we've needed now for the engine room, a bit of flair and a bit of creative talent. But with that being said, that's the player profile, that is the footballing CV, and that is the old competition for places now wrapped up. Now all that's left is for me and thee, now we know a little bit more about the old football player, to give our thoughts and opinions on it. So while you guys share your opinions on our latest signing, I will give you mine very, very briefly. I'm absolutely ecstatic with this deal, if I'm being brutally honest. Now, I know there's sceptics and that out there with this and this and this, but I don't know, there's something about this laddie, when you look at his intangibles and what he brings to the plate, it's exciting, people. And what's wrong with being excited about a signing? You know what I mean? Can we not just be happy? No? Okay. I think he's going to be a brilliant player for us, ladies and gentlemen, and touch wood that he does go ahead and do things for Rangers Football Club. But that's it. I've been CJ Novo 992. If you haven't already, if you didn't hit that subscribe button, it's free. Doesn't cost you a penny, by the way, and it just helps us on our way to hopefully one day reaching 55k. But aye, I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.